right, I am back from my 2 week break. Guys, just needed a break after 2 weeks. Basically, sometimes as us content creators, we just need a break. So it's good to get back. I'm back on the Spotify green room as well. I know green room's been a bit quiet lately. It doesn't matter. I still like it, because I get to basically record a podcast, and hopefully if people show up. If not, that's fine. It doesn't matter. I've really enjoyed the show. So yeah, stuff's been happening in New South Wales. We've had a change of Premier, Daniel Perrottet as well, and Gladys. I think Gladys Berejiklian's got to answer some questions to the ICAC. Naughty. She's being very naughty. Yeah. Yeah, I got a subscription to Disney Plus as well. And yeah, Disney Plus is quite better, actually. I've been watching American Dad. Oh, God, that show's cracking me up laughing. When you're just laughing, you're going to cry of laughter. That's how I feel. That's what exactly it does. It just makes me laugh so much. Also, too, it's important to get as much exercise and oxygen as you can, because you need it. And the thing is, you got to keep moving, because if you don't keep moving, you become a couch potato, and you don't want to sit on your ass all day watching TV. You can't do that. You just can't do that stuff, So it's important to basically just keep persistence as well. I know this is a tough time in business for everyone, including myself, but I'm still here. I still show up. I run my company part-time. Yeah, Ryan, are you there? You want to introduce yourself? But this is the business world. You see, in business, no one's there to be your friend. People just want to one-up each other. People want to get greedy. People just don't give a shit. People are there to rip you off. So I think, you've got to keep educating yourself. You've got to keep filling your mind with positivity, because there's so much negative energy in this world, and it's not funny. And you want to stay away from negative people, are the worst. Surround yourself with positive people, like Napoleon Hill would do that. I'm reading Think and Grow Rich for the third time, and it's changing my life, It's really changing my life. Think and Grow Rich is a very powerful book for entrepreneurs as well. I think it's one of the must-read books, and you've got to study it. At least if you study the book, and I'm talking serious study, with getting a pencil or a pen and underlining your favorite quotes, that is how it gets into the subconscious mind. Also, too, filling your subconscious mind with affirmations as well. I will play my affirmations on a soft recording on loop. So I loop it during the nighttime as well. I think in the night, that's when your subconscious mind is most, I'd say, alert. And subliminal audios are the best. Whatever you're doing as an entrepreneur, I mean, I run my business part-time because of medical reasons, and that's fine. Being my own boss is awesome. because I can call the shots. I can, do what I want and make money. Start a stock market investing as well. Getting into the share market is important, but I think you just got to start off small and work your way up with shares as well. I know some companies like Qantas have gone downhill, but that's fine. It'll get better before. I think usually it gets worse before it gets better. Is what it is. That's what happens usually in global GFCs and global financial crisis. The economy gets worse before it gets better. In Sydney, New South Wales, we only just reopen, and fucking hell, it's a pain. Just to go to a fucking coffee shop, restaurant. I've got to show my vaccination pass every time I've got to go, and I'm just over it. So I don't know what's next, where we're heading. I don't want to live like this forever. I can tell you that. Because sometimes I think we've just got to adapt to the rules, and these are rules in life. I think we have rules as well. Having rules is okay, but if you start wanting to control the population and bringing in stupidity laws that don't make sense, like what some of our Liberal government, Glasgow-Jacqueline, did, pissed off a lot of people. Now, if she's done something, I think she just needs to own up to it and just move on. Now, hopefully, our new Premier, Dominic Perrottet, will do a good job. He seems a decent bloke. He's the Liberal Party. I think he used to be the member for Epping, actually. Yeah, serving Epping in New South Wales. That's what Dominic Perrottet did. So, see how he goes. It's always good if you can to write to your local MP, as long as you be respectful to them. See, Australian politics is I see Australian politics as sort of simple. Now, you got all the media picking on Dominic Perrottet because he's Catholic. Well, I don't have an issue with that at all. You can believe in what you want to believe in society, as long as you're not going to force it on people, and you're gonna stay safe, humble, and well. So that's it. Change of Premier in New South Wales, Kelly. I can see Kelly in the audience. If you'd like to talk, how are you? So change of Premier does help as well, because sometimes it's good to have a fresh start. Kelly, you there? You wanna come on stage, or are you just gonna listen? Okay, yeah. So that's Australian politics. You got the Liberal and the Labor Party as well. But it's like I've noticed society now. When you go on the road and you're driving, everyone just seems to be in a mad rush these days. Like, why are people in such a mad rush for some reason? Yeah, I'm on the internet right now. You got all Pedestrian TV, Sky News, nowtolove.com, writing all these fake headlines, putting, you can't trust the media. You just can't trust them, But as I was saying, like, I was researching some, rental properties around my local area, and it just seems society just doesn't care anymore. No one wants to help each other like they used to. It's quite a shame, because I just feel no one cares anymore about anyone in that real wide world. I've noticed society's just become about greed for money. Everything's about that dollar, chasing that dollar. I was listening when I was off on my break. I participated in the 5-day affirmations challenge by Louise Hay, and I felt just this sense of surrender. When you just let it go to the universe, I've just stopped chasing money. I let money come to me. Because every time I go and I eat food, I say thank you. I bless it. I'm very thankful as an entrepreneur that now I can go and spend $15 at my local takeaway shop. I had a schnitzel burger yesterday with chips and a water. It was a beautiful meal. Filled me up, and I'm very thankful for that. I can go and buy coffee. Always try and support my small businesses as much as I can, rather than give the money to a corporation like McDonald's. Because, like I've noticed now, like I went into Woolworths yesterday, and a lot of the workers, I'm sure it's like this in corporations in the US, a lot of them are just miserable. They look like they don't want to be there. Corporations are just taking over small businesses. And funny enough, a small business pays way less tax than a huge corporation. And that's not fair. That ain't fair at all. Like you got Amazon, Big W, I think Walmart, what else? Coles, Woolworths. It's like they just want to rule over everyone, the corporation. But when I was doing volunteer work, I used to volunteer at a charity. I saw so much material items just come in, and all that stuff was worth, I don't know, $50, and now it's worthless. It's just, we've become a throwaway society, and I feel that just there's no unconditional love anymore. Families breaking up. I know my family's broken up. I think people are it's just greed now, But I just choose to be happy myself and live the best life that I can live as Stephen Shields, and keep finding inspiration. I'm working out as well. Also, I've noticed too that a lot of the people are walking away from the gyms as well. I don't go to the gym anymore. I've got an app. I just use my own body weight. And I've just found I just feel more better. I just feel gyms are just a business. They just want to make money. They'll tell you, oh, yeah, and use all the marketing tactics in the world. Never, ever ends. I was listening to Dr. Joe Dispenza before on the Hay House audio app. Very interesting, Dr. Joe Dispenza. I recommend everyone to read Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. It's funny, things like epigenetics. I've been doing breath work. I've even started training with an altitude mask and doing cardio with it to help my lungs. Yeah, no, I went for a run today in my altitude mask, and it felt like I just ran out of air. But that's good. You got to have strong lungs. But as Dr. Joe Dispenza was saying, your thoughts can influence your body. It's recommended to read Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, because it's if you want to achieve something, he put it this way, it's like there was a woman, I'm trying to quote from the book, anyway, ended up losing her business, and then she ended up getting all these autoimmune diseases. But through the, doctors putting her on all this medication and wasn't doing anything. And then through meditation, but I'm talking, this is consistency. Nothing's an overnight success. I'll tell you that. Nothing comes overnight. I think it was 2 years she was healed, and then she ended up working for Dr. Joe Dispenza, making more money. So I guess the mind is very powerful. Because if you have what you want, I don't know. See, I've had to learn to not be too hard on myself when setting goals. I've got a goal setting app called Strides as well. And it's good. It keeps track of, if I read, I tick it off. If I want to be productive, or if I'm keeping track of something, I write my goals, long term, short term, even a goal for today. Some goals are automatic. I know to do my exercise. I try to read as well. Get that 15 minutes reading a day if I can. But I think, reading is good, but don't overload yourself with, I've found with especially personal development topics, I try not to overload myself with them, because I think if you found your speakers, like for me, it's Dr. Wayne Dyer, Louise Hay, Napoleon Hill, Deepak Chopra, Dr. Joe Dispenza as well. They're people I can relate to, and they explain it in a simple way. So I think if you find your speaker that you like, stick with them. Stick with them, and if they're helping you, keep going. If not, find someone else. Like, there are some books in the personal development world that are I'd say a marketing thing, but nothing comes overnight. Like, there was the book The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. She wrote, about the law of attraction. I believe in the law of attraction as an entrepreneur, but she made it out that you can just sit on your bed and visualize a Ferrari and it's going to happen. She didn't tell that you got to work hard to manifest. I think Mercules was on the Dr. Phil show, and he was talking about manifesting as well. You can't manifest if you don't put the work in. I'll tell you that. You can use visualization, but you gotta have it inside of you that you really want it. And you want to get your goal. You want to climb the mountain. I think I've had to learn patience too. It's very important. I've really had to learn patience, actually, because that's one of the hardest things I've struggled with is patience, because I think without it, you become too hard on yourself, and then you're gonna burn out. You don't want to burn out. That's something you want to avoid, is burnout, because it's not fun. It ain't fun when you're tired, you're not doing your best productive work. So you want to be as productive as you can, but solid productivity, not cramming it in and then you're producing shit. I'd rather you do two hours of your best work than 8 hours of crap. And I think it was Jim Brown, I was listening to Jim Brown, he was saying, if you do your most productive work in the morning, if you're most productive in the morning at that task, then stick with that time. If you're a morning person, then do that. Me, I'm a bit of a night owl, so I find, okay, I can be more creative during the night, but I like to aim for my 7 to 8 hours sleep, because sleep time is important. You gotta sleep. Sleep has so much effect on our health. You'll find that when you're sleep deprived and you're not, if I've suffered insomnia myself, when you're sleep deprived, you're not thinking clearly. You're not as productive as you should be. And it's not good. It's sleep. You've got to get your sleep in, because eventually, if you don't, you do something dangerous, you're going to crash and burn. So sleep is a time for the subconscious mind to be working. To play your affirmations during your sleep, subliminally, or I like to use a Tibetan bowl, or some a drone, an Indian drone, nature sounds too. And just think, today I did the best that I could. I was the best that I could be today. The past is the past. Move on. You feel great. I didn't have the best childhood growing up, but I just think, I look for my future. I have goals. I want to travel. I want to, go on cruises and be the best Stephen that I can be. So just think, if today you had a bad day, just think tomorrow will be better. I have bad days as well. You did the best that you could. I'm really thankful for the Insight Timer meditation app, because it's really helped a lot. Really helped a lot during the pandemic, and now coming out, because there's so much great stuff on the app. If you're meditating, you can visualize yourself where you want to be, and what you want to do. But it's a great little episode today on the Spotify Green Room. I'll leave it there if anyone else wants to come on stage before I close. Tell me how you're coping with productivity as well. If not, I want to say thank you for listening. I can see we've got Camden in the audience. I'm about to wrap up the room. If you want to chat, if not, I'll leave it there, guys. Please subscribe to the Stephen Shields radio show. Turn on your notifications so you get your new podcasts every Friday at 6 p.m. Sydney, Australia time as well. And bye for